But don't you like to be at a wedding? It's a simcha. You rather teach,
I'll rather
study.
study.
Yeah. Oof, that's beautiful.
Okay, so I see that you have the topic of tonight, right? Okay.
We're doing Purim part 2.
Yes. Purim part 2.
That's great.
We can go to many parts, but okay. If you remember, we spoke last time why the kids, and even sometimes adults also, they like to wear costumes bepurim. What is this name? What does it mean, Purim? What's the meaning of the word Purim?
Lots. Like a raffle.
Like a raffle, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay. But why our sages decided to call it Purim? Because Haman was the one to call for the lots. There is few Pur means, in Hebrew we say Goral. Gimel Vav Resh Lamed. Goral. Which you can say to draw or a toss-up, or it lots. Yes. But why this name? Couldn't they find a different name? And Aman, he peeled poor. He did the lottery only one time, right? The lots. Purim is plural. Where the plural came into the picture all of a sudden. Okay, we're going to have to answer this one also. Number 3, we spoke about why the kids like to swing the graggers, and why the name of Hashem is not appearing even one time in the Megillah. What's the reason behind it? Another one. Why we using the name Esther and not her real name, Hadassah? And the real name was Shoshana. Why we don't use it? Why Esther? What is this name, Mordechai? Where is it coming from? Okay, we have a few questions to answer, yes? So right away, we see that it's not stam a story. There is many things behind it that concerning us also until now, until our days. So let's go. When Hashem gave the Torah to the Jewish nation, it was quietly or it was with big noise?
Big production.
Wow.
Oh,
The whole world heard it. Boom, bam.
there wasn't an animal, didn't make a sound. It says.
Yeah, everybody was in shock, in total shock.
Yeah.
And this is the written Torah. What happened B'Shushan Abira? The Jewish nation accepted the oral Torah now in the dark, when Hashem is not there at all, meaning the gap between the written Torah and the oral one is the two ends of the world. One was with huge noise, and the other one was why is it? So that's also, we have to answer this one also. So here we go. Hadassah come to represent Hadassim. It's a smell. Did you smell one Hadassim? Besukot?
Yes. Mhm. It's a nice
Have a
smell.
smell?
It's a nice smell. Yeah.
Mordechai is one of the Samamanim, meaning what they had in the Ketoret. So it says over there, Mor Dero. Mordechai also come to represent a smell. Esther is a smell, and Mordechai is a smell. Smell come to represent the spiritual part. Haman and Achashverosh, they representing the material world. So right away you see that the spiritual fighting against the material. Achashverosh, a party man. Haman, powerful. His mind all the time is on on money, power. That's what we all know. Very successful, Aman. So we have to ask ourselves, why a person choosing evil in this world? Why are we doing so many sins? We are all smart people. The whole world knows that Jews are very capable. So why are we making sins? Because the emet, the truth, is hiding. The truth is hiding. You know that Esther was hiding from Achashverosh. He wanted to know to which nation she belongs. She was hiding. She says, I don't know. And she knew exactly who she was. Mordechai was hiding himself also. ומרדכי יושב בשער המלך. Mordechai, he didn't want to show himself. Otherwise, Achashverosh right away will take him as an advisor. So he showed himself like a beggar, sitting there like one of the crowd, also hiding himself. So the emet is always hiding. What is the exposure in this world? Enjoyment. This is the Yetzer Hara, he pays cash. Meaning, the sheker, the false, and the desires, they grabbing a person into a wrong side, because if you know the truth, it will obligate you. Many people, they don't want to know about the truth, because inside they know if he will hear and he will not do, he's lying to himself. So I don't want to hear it. Many times the emet also is not that pleasant in the beginning. Yeah. You have to change your lifestyle and so on. In the beginning, it's a struggle. So that's why a person, Hashem gave us the ability to choose which way you want to go, this way or that way. Do you want to choose what expose, Or do you want to choose what is hidden? Think for a moment, okay? Let's think together. What we are more influenced by things that are exposed and we see it, or things that we don't see?
What's exposed?
We not see.
So the written Torah, everybody has hands on it, right? Even the Goyim.
Yes.
They have a new, old testimony, new testimony. Everybody has it. Yes or no?
Yes. In the hotels,
Even if you go to hotel, every hotel have over there old testimony, new testimony. Even the goy knows that. Go ask one goy if he can read one Mishnah. One. Can you do it?
no.
The oral Torah. The Mishnah is the oral Torah. Do a goy knows anything about it?
No.
Nothing. So, when we're going after the exposure, so Mimele, you're going after the goy because the goy have a grip over there also. So you're deciding to take the what? The route of the goy. Mordechai and Esther wanted to take Am Yisrael to a different route in that time. Hide yourself. There is a spiritual life and there is material life. So in other words, what do you want to choose? Something that exposed and something that it's hidden.
Hidden.
The Gemara is full with all the questions that the Romans were asking the Jews. You smart people. They agreed with everything. Whatever we said, they accepted. If they can understand it. You remember we spoke in Hanukkah? They said, what's the problem with the oil? So what if we touch your wine? What's going to happen? It's the same wine. Here it's exposed. Here is the wine. You see this? Nothing changed. Take it to the lab. He says there is no lab for spiritual life. It's hidden. You touched it. It's not spiritual anymore. The goy don't understand this language. In Purim is the same thing. Mordechai says, don't go to the party. And they said, what's wrong with the party? We went, nothing happened. He said, this is what you see exposed to you. But there is things that be hiding behind it that you don't see. The damage that you do spiritually, it will haunt us. And it did.
Can I ask
Yeah.
a quick question, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
So are you saying that if we go to a kosher restaurant, they have to have all Jewish waiters?
That's not what I said.
Okay, I didn't
Yes.
understand then.
If they're serving
Kosher.
wine, then we have a problem.
Okay.
But Achashverosh he wanted to make us sin. The party
Right.
was not stam a party.
His intention,
There was a tension behind it.
right.
And Mordechai, even though he was in charge on the kashrut, he said not to go. Because
Right.
he knows what's hiding behind it.
Thank you.
How many times I'm saying things that people have very difficult time to digest. He said, but that's not what we see. You cannot see. Because the hidden part you don't see. When the temple was distracted, right? Because of Kamsa and Bar Kamsa, yes? What people saw? That one Jew embarrassing another one, and so did they had in mind that this will destroy a temple? The hidden part was what? What was the hidden part? The damage that was done by embarrassment, we're suffering until now. That's the hidden part. That's the spiritual part of it. So we have to choose either we're going to go after the exposed one or after the hidden one. I don't know if you watch what I watch. Sometimes I watch Torah classes from people that I met respect and they know what they're talking about. You should hear what they're saying about what's going on now in Ukraine. Nobody saw what's the hidden part behind all this. We know. Hashem will pay back, and Hashem paid everybody back. Whoever laid a hand on us, open history books, and you're going to see. Nation by nation, some disappeared totally from the scene, wiped out. The Romans that you see today, the Italianos, they're not the Romans that were used to be here, not at all. The Greeks that you see today in Greek, not at all. Where is all the big empires? Paras, Madai, Ashur, Babel, huge, disappeared. Hashem wiped them out. You're going to start with my people? If you hear what they saying, I'm not Ashkenaz, I don't know. But they, Ashkenazim, they talk and they have their roots is from Ukraine. The biggest Jew haters in the world is Ukraine. Number one Jew haters is there. The way they killed us, barbarian. You think Hashem will keep quiet? They didn't see what's going. And who sees today what is the hidden part? Who's sending this? Putin all of a sudden got out of himself, and Hashem put a bug in his mind and said, hey, there is a cheshbon that we have to close over here. And he bombing hospitals, kids, everything. You have to have the eyes to see it. How many Jewish children they killed? How many? Hundreds of thousands. So Purim is the first time in the history, the first time that Hashem disappeared. Hashem says, now I'm hiding in the dark. Until now, I chased after you. Now we're going to switch roles. Now you're going to chase after me. And by the way, in the shiur that I give on Shir HaShirim, Shlomo HaMelech write it kara. That's going to be the picture. That one day Hashem will say, okay, Atkan, I chase after you, now you're going to chase after me. I'm going to hide myself, and you have to understand what I'm doing from the dark. I'm going to keep you in the dark. And we're still looking for Hashem. Aren't we saying every day, Hashem, where are you? Where are you hiding? Where are you hiding? Hashem, don't worry. In Purim, we're beginning to play hide and seek. Am Israel and Hashem also knows how to play hide and seek. Now Hashem is hiding, and we are seeking for him. There is a game that in Hebrew they said tofeset. I have to chase after you and to hold you. Who is faster? Until now, Hashem was chasing after us with the Nevi'im. With the Nevi'im. Come back to me. Don't do this, don't do that. Now it's hide and seek. So that's why the Megillah was written in a style that everything is hidden. We have to dip inside and bring everything up. Purim was why we call it Purim, on the name of the Goral. Ipil Pur, Hu Agoral. How do you say it in English?
Lots?
Lots, right?
Is it the Feast of Lots or is it just lots?
Lots.
Okay.
Now, it's not it doesn't mean lottery.
No,
It's not a lottery, no.
no, 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 no.
Where did we see in the Torah, in the written Torah, the word goral?
Was it with the goats?
Azazel,
The Azazel.
Azazel.
Right?
Yeah, at Yom Kippur time.
Yom Kippur time. 2 goats, right? Very good,
Yes.
very good.
Yeah.
Very good. So 2 goats look alike. Yes.
Yeah.
One is going to Hashem, and one is going La Azazel.
Azazel.
Purim is the same thing. Here we go again. That's how you learn in the Torah. When you see one word over there, right, and it's written over here, you have to connect them. They have something to do in common. There is something in common over there. It's a code number. It's a code number. Ipil pur, מה זה פור? הוא הגורל. גורל? Oh, Azazel. Let me go there. Let me see what's going on there. And from there, I will learn to the Megillah. The same thing, Purim and Kippurim. Yes? There is a similarity.
Yes.
How?
The root word pour.
Purim and Kippurim. There is only one letter extra, Kaf. Take the Kaf of Kippurim. What are you going to stay with?
Purim.
Purim.
Keep Purim.
Take the Kaf out, and it's Purim. But in Yom Kippur, we don't eat, and we don't drink. We're fasting all day long. You have to stay in shul all day long, right? Purim, exactly the opposite. Drink, eat. Everything is material. Mishloach manot, matanot לאביונים, drink wine, eat meat, food, pach, puch. Did he say something that you have to learn?
No.
What's the similarity in the Goral over here that we learn from the 2 goats to the lots of Haman? What's going on over here? Yaakov and Esau. Are they twins?
Yes.
They're twins, yes?
Yes, Rav.
Do they look alike?
No.
Who said no?
Me, Rav.
They look alike.
But I thought one was red and like a man, and Yaakov was more like gentle face, smoother. So how
This
is that
is
looking?
only expression. ויצא אחד אדמוני. מה זה אדמוני? Do you know what אדמוני?
No.
He likes blood.
Adom.
אדום.
Mm.
כולו אדרת שיער. Ladies, how difficult is this to cover your hair?
Difficult.
Why? Because Esau is aderet se'ar, sa'arot is hair. His mind is in beauty. Blood and beauty sounds
Like Haman?
it sounds like the modern world. Isn't it the way the world existing now? How do
Yep.
I look? How do I look?
Right, self-image.
Self-image, how do I look? How do I look? This is coming from Esau. Okay. And Adom. By the way, Adom is a color that belongs to not good girls, say the least. According to the halacha, you're not allowed to wear red stuff.
So then, Rav,
Fanua. Meaning they're telling you Esau likes blood, not tzniut, nothing to have to do with spiritualism. Esau is out.
כבוד הרב,
Yes,
David HaMelech also was Adom whenever he worked, but he used it in the right way.
and don't forget, he made the most wars that Am Israel ever did. That's why he was not able to build the temple, because Hashem told them, even though I sent you to kill, and he killed, right? Because he had the skoach.
But according to Torah, it doesn't mean that he was born Adom, but he used it in the right way. And Asaph was Adom, but he used it in the wrong way.
Adom is only come to tell you expression.
so Rav, the physical features of the boys of Yaakov and Esav were identical? So how come in schools we always paint him as gingy, red hair, hairy, and Yaakov was smooth skin?
How old was you? How old?
I teach that to my kids.
Can
4
I
and
say
5 years
this
old.
to you to 5 years old?
No, Rav.
Can I tell them that Esau had a long beard, pearlach? Nah, he looks like a chief rabbi.
I never knew that. I just always assumed it was.
That's the problem. I said it once and I say it again. People who are doing tshuva in a later age, they have better understanding of the Torah, of the people that grew from day one in the yeshiva. Why? Because all the stories that they told us about Esau and everything else, we still have understanding of 5 years old. He comes into the picture, he understands already from 30 years old. So we can explain it like I'm explaining you now what Esau represents. Tzai befiv. מה זה tzai befiv? He's a hunter with his mouth. Who is hunting today? Who? The media, everything, they hunting you. They take you to every side that they want to. Esau had a mouth.
He also was deceptive, like the news.
Yeah. Esau was charismatic. Everybody fell for him. Everybody. ויעקב, איש תם, innocent, יושב אוהלים בישיבה, all day long בישיבה. I promise you guys, if I'll put to you, in front of you today, two people and you don't know that it's Yaakov and it's Esau. All of us are going to choose Esau over Yaakov. He knows how to talk, languages he knows, he's intelligent, he knows about this, he knows about this, he is involved with everything. Habibik, not time he was so popular. That's where we at now. It's like the two goats on Yom Kippur. They look alike, yes? But one going to Azazel and one going to Hashem. That's it. So Esau had clothing that he got from Adam al-Rishon. And they had a special smell of Adam al-Rishon. And that's what got Yitzchak mixed up. When Yaakov came in with this clothing, so he said, the voice is the voice of Yaakov. The voice is coming from where? No.
Neshama, from your
Nesh-
neshama.
Exactly. The voice is coming from the neshama is coming. And they are dying, and they are dying. And the hands, which represent material, is Esav. He said, how can it be one person has the hands of Esav and the voice of Yaakov? Yitzchak got mixed up. But when Esau got in without the clothing, without the smell of Adam Arishon, then Yitzchak said, oh, papa. Now I see who is this boy. And Rashi is saying he felt Gehenna opening up under his chair. Then he understood that Esau is all a camouflage, is outside, nothing inside. Yaakov represents the inner Jew. Esau represents the European and the American outside. So the Jews are always the hidden part. You don't see the neshama. You don't see the spiritualism. But hair and this everybody can see. That's why every sheker that is very close to the emet is the most dangerous one. Like the two goats. They look alike. but you don't know that one is total Azazel and one is going to Hashem. That's very dangerous. Extremely dangerous. Like Yaakov and Esav, twins. One is Rasha, one is a tzaddik. Can you pick it up? From the outside, no. Well, you have to get to the hidden part of them, the inside, the spiritual part. Then you're going to find out who is it.
That's why, excuse me, that's why his father, Ishaq, didn't see that
Yeah.
he fooled him too.
So now, every time that we don't know what to choose, we are in doubt, we have to make a goral. מה זה גורל? In a sea of darkness that we're living in now, that everything looks the same. From the outside, of course, right? Over there, over here, you need the people, the Talmidei Chachamim, the truthful one. They can smell what's going on over here, stay away from this, stay away from that, and you don't understand what they say. But did the people understood when Mordechai told them, I'm not going to bow down? When
No,
Mordechai said, don't go to the party, did they
didn't listen.
listen? That's the problem that we have until now, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, good. Why is it? Why Hadassah and why Mordechai? And he said, don't expose this one. Find them. Mordechai's name was Mo, but they call him Mordechai. Why? To hide the fact that what? Why we smelling besamim b'motzei Shabbat? When we're doing Avdalah, why we smelling besamim?
Is it because it was the only part that wasn't affected from the eating of the tree, Rav?
Very good. That's the only organ that did not enjoy the fruit that Adam and Eve ate. So the neshama goes through there and the neshama is coming out through your nose. That's the way. Because this is the purest, the smell. Everything that had to do with smell come to represent spiritualism. And Yitzchak says, Reach beni, the smell of my son, kereach sadeh, like the field that Hashem gave him a blessing. Yitzchak had to smell to understand who is there. It doesn't mean that he smelled. Yeah, no. He wanted to see the level of the spiritualism. How did he quote Esav? When Esav came, Yitzchak told him right away, how come you came so fast today? What was the answer? You know what was the answer? Ki yikra Hashem Elokecha lefanai.
God was with him.
Your God, your God. What? Yitzchak heard. It's my God and it's not yours, huh? He told them, your God was good to me today. I found it fast. This music was off tune to Yitzchak. He said to this, something is wrong over here. Now I have it. Now I have what's going on. For one word that he said. Why Mordechai standing in front of Haman? He knows when he's going in, when he's going out. He's waiting for him to come out. And he tells him, you see this, Haman? I'm not going to bow down to you. Why did he do it? What's the message behind it? The message is for us, not for Haman, for us, for the children of the spiritual always will be the victorious over the material. So Mordechai said, if I'll bow down to Haman, people will think that the material is more important than the spiritual. Never gonna happen. I'm not gonna let it happen. And he said, I'm gonna teach a lesson to all the generation after me. That spiritual always will win over the material. What kept us as a nation until now? The material or the spiritual?
Spiritual.
What is the best answers that we can give to the Nazis, to the Ukrainians, to everybody who wants us to finish us up physically? What are we doing to them? What's the answer? Are we fighting them?
No.
Another yeshiva, another one, another high school, another this, Bet Midrash, Koilel, this, that. That's the answer to you, Rabotai. The spiritual that we have, nobody will be able to defeat. Forget it.
So Rav is saying we fight physical with the spiritual, the darkness with the light?
We have to stay spiritual.
So Rav, the question is, do we fight the physical of Esav with the spiritual of Yaakov?
Yes.
That's how we defeat the battle?
They can't.
So we can fight Yetzer Hara with our spirituality, with our learning Torah.
That's it. That's the only protection that we know. Look at Esther. Could you imagine for a second, where was she? She is all spiritual. And she is in the midst of the sewer line. Achashverosh was tameh metumeh. Ladies coming in, coming out, balagan, don't ask. And she is there. What she gonna eat there? Where's she gonna hide over there?
That's a great question. What did she eat? How did she keep kosher?
She ate only sunflower seeds and all kind of
fruit, vegetable.
No meat, no chicken, no klum, shum davar, klum. Only natural stuff.
Right. Wow.
Is that why, Rav, they say people eat seeds on Purim?
Yeah. That's the reason. That's the reason.
to remember of her, like that.
That's
oh,
what she ate.
Wow.
So Mordechai and Esther coming to represent what?
Spirituality.
Even in the midst of the world today is such a filthy world, filthy. If we know how to watch ourselves, we will defeat them all. The spiritual at the end will defeat anybody. If you were able to defeat Haman, that was Amalek, look at the exile that we have now. Where are we? Today, even the progressive people over there, they fighting, even the churches they fighting. They don't want even they totally against any spiritual life. Klum, they don't want to know nothing. But what? It's very similar to Achashverosh. You know, if you look inside, they didn't look to kill the Jews until Aman came. The Jews had a great time over there. Who wants to kill us here?
Nobody. But isn't that a killer also, Rav? Too much freedom, where they want.
1 second.
Oh,
But
sorry.
physically, are we protected over here?
Yeah,
Yes,
I think so.
yes. We are in peace, quiet. We can do whatever you want. But this is the most dangerous exile that we ever been. Why? It's very difficult to find Hashem in such a mess. So much material and material and material. How can you find Hashem in such? We're not Esther. We don't have the capability of Esther or Mordechai. How are we going to find ourselves in such a sea of impurity, material? Everything is material today. Everything. Everything coming into your house. Once we were screaming about TV. Today, who screams about? TV is already antique, right? Now the phones and this. Where do you have time for Hashem? And the internet and everything else. Who will have time for all this? So now we have to do a lottery like the two goats. Who is going to Hashem and who is going Lazazel? That's where we are at now. Either you're going there, either you're going there. There is no middle. Whoever thinks that there is a middle is lying to himself. You have to take sides. Like the two goats. Either you Mordechai, either you Haman. There is no something in between. There is no. If you are in between, you Achashverosh, you tipesh, you a fool. That's what you are. Achashverosh was melech shoteh haya, shoteh. Haman was very smart. But Mordechai outsmarted him at the end. The spiritual always will outsmart everybody. Like Yaakov outsmart Esav, yes? At the end,
Yes.
that's it. It's a pattern. It's a pattern that we have to learn from the history. So this is the whole matter of Purim. All the noise that you see, Purim, 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 matters no. Is to expose the spirituality from the food that we eating on Purim. To stay spiritual with the wine and with the seudot and mishloach manot and this. Is it spiritual, or I'll play cards, or I'll get drunk, or I'll do this, or I'll do that? Yom Kippur is not a kunst because you don't have no abilities. You're obligated to fast. So there is no challenge over there. You see Hashem all day long. But in Purim, that is material day. Everything is material, yes or no?
Yes.
The party is food, and then food, wine, food, wine. Haman,
So not.
Tashin, yes?
Yes, Rav.
Over there, let's see you spiritual, there. That's Purim. So Hashem put us in exile in order to see Be'emet who can find Hashem in the dark, in the midst of the balagan. Still we're close to Hashem. So I think that you should pat yourself on the back. All of you. Right? In the midst of all this, we're still able, right, to get into a class and to hear and to advance and to learn and to understand. Other people sitting in the restaurant now and they, Lazazel, Lazazel, Azazel.
Thank God for Rabbi Haimoff.
And we're going to Hashem. And we're hiding at home. They are in the restaurants, right? Exposed to everybody. And we sitting, I see you in a square, right? Everybody hiding behind the camera, yes?
Yes.
But the spirit is out. That's Purim. So you have to understand this. If I'm going to show you a movie now, and I'll show you Haman with all his power and his children and the money, and Mordechai with a sack on him, sitting on the floor, what are you going to choose?
Haman.
Everybody will choose Haman. But in Hashem movies, there is always happy ending. right? At the end, you're going to be happy. You cry in the beginning, it's okay. At the end, it's going to be happy ending. And what happened to the Jews? What happened? In the beginning, they cried. Haman thought he is on the horse. He will wipe us out all in one day. And we know exactly what happened to him. So when you see everything outside, ha, 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 hoo, 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 he, right? Don't get excited. Don't get excited. And Esther, also Mordechai told her, lower your profile. Don't say who you are. She was the grandchild of Shaul HaMelech. She is a queen by herself. He told her, don't say it. Check it. At the time, we're going to expose ourselves. Not now. And what Achashverosh, he didn't do. Try to bribe her, everything. Mordechai said, no is no. Even if he's going to chop my head off, I say no. She knew that Mordechai knows better than her. And if he told her to keep quiet, even though she don't see why, so why the kids wearing costumes? Let's see now. Now let's start answering. Everybody, they're playing illusion games. They think Ukraine, Putin, Biden, this and that. This is Hashem players. Hashem had a plan, a Broadway show. Biden will get into office. The one who likes to laugh all the time, she is going to be the vice one, right? One is senile. One she is. And Hashem is making a show. And he said to the Jew, you stay in Bet HaMidrash, you learn, watch the show. That's all. It's only a custom. I'm behind all this. Putin, I sent him. Biden, I put him in office. Everything is me, but you see only the custom. But what? It looks so much reality. Why when we see a custom that is so, original, we're starting to laugh? Why? Because it's very close to the emet. We are so close. We think what they're showing us on the TV and everything else is such an emet. And we don't know this is a custom, this is Purim. That's what Purim coming to teach us. Hey, everything is a mask, Take the mask off, Hashem is there. Can we accept it? Once and for all?
Yes.
Why the kids like to swing egregious? What for? Because the outside world, it lives on what? Noise. Did you see today the music? Huh? If something come, why? The world today is noisy, noise. Everything that is outside, it's noisy. The mekubalim of our people. Do you know who they are?
No, hidden.
They can stand next to you in the market with a shopping bag, and you don't know that somebody giant standing next to you, and it looks like anybody else. We're telling them to hide. Don't expose yourself. Where is the bracha? Where is the bracha? The Gemara said,
When
"En
things
הברכה
are hidden.
שרויה, אלא בדבר הסמוי מן העין." Something that you don't see, the bracha is there, because over there is spiritual. When you show to everybody, look at my house, look at this, bye-bye. That's already noise. This is Azazel. That belongs to hell. Something important. What is more important, the Torah, the written one, or the oral one?
The oral? Is it the oral one of?
For sure. Without the oral, you don't know even what to do. You don't know even what to do. You don't know how to define things. And the oral Torah, the Jews accepted it. Don't write it even. Even to write it was a big deal. That's why when the ladies know how valuable she is, she's gonna hide herself. No going like this. The opposite. If you're important, if you're spiritual, hide yourself. Don't expose yourself. Now you understand what we're saying?
Yes, Rob.
Purim is a very spiritual day, extremely spiritual. More than Yom Kippur אפילו. So in this world, whoever screams louder is more successful. Yes?
Yes.
But emet is always sheket. That's emet. That's why the name of Hashem is not in the Megillah. Why? Because Hashem, Elokechem, what? Emes, right? We're saying בערבית. Hashem Elokechem Emes, right? If Hashem is emet, Hashem is hidden. Hashem hiding himself. He don't want to expose himself. Ah. So, tonight we have to get out of here knowing where do I want to go? To Hashem or to Azazel? That's it. Either Haman, either Mordechai, either Yaakov, either Esau. Zeu. Achashverosh, shote. This nobody wants to be. Yes?
Correct.
Every lady should know. Am I Esther or I'm Vashti? Zeresh, Reshait, nobody wants to be here, right? You have to choose. Where are you going? So Purim come to teach you and I saw in one book that it talks about the Kabbalah. He said, your Olam Haba will look like your Purim. Imagine in Purim you're going to get drunk for eternity. You're going to be drunk. Purim is too serious of a day to get drunk. We have to find Hashem in this dark. So the Seudah, we have to sit down and say Divrei Torah and to the, you see, even though we're eating and everything else, but we're still searching for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That will make it for us. Okay? I have to wish you, first of all, an easy fast to those who are going to fast. And happy Purim. And to the Ashkenazi one, Afreilech Purim.
Happy Ashkenazi one.
Afreilech Purim. Okay?
Chag Sameach, Rabbi.
Chag Sameach to us.
Thank you. Excellent shua.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you. And I see you
You made
again.
it so meaningful.
Thank you, Rabbi. I never knew Esther had the Shoshana name. Thank you very much.
I learned so much.
Thank you,
Okay.
thank you. Toda rabba.
I'll see you again.
Toda
I'll see you
Rabba.
again. Motzei Shabbat, if it's Hashem. We'll be
Motzei
back.
Shabbat, 9 o'clock.
Now you have 3 days vacation for me. I'll see you again.
A lot to think about. A lot to think about.
A lot to
A lot
think
to think
about,
about,
Deborah.
yes.
You're right.
Okay, Kol Tuv.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you, Rob. Purim
Good night,
Sameach.
everybody.
Chag
Good night.
Sameach.
Chag Sameach.
Sameach, everybody.
Chag
Thank
Sameach.
you.
Chag Sameach. Chag Sameach.